Hey, what's up, everybody? Mr. B here, and today we're talking about the kicks that we need to move from blue belt to green belt. The three kick requirements that we need are our spinning back kick, our spinning hook kick, and our flying front kick. Now, spinning back kick, as we all know, is my favorite kick in the universe. It is what our style is most well known for, from myself to my original instructor, Mr. Carlos Ferrer, all the way back to Mr. Mickey Fisher. And so for people that train with us, our spinning back kick is kind of like our signature move. So what I want you guys to do, find yourself a good bag. And I prefer to do this on something heavy, like a heavy bag or a standing bag like so. And how I like to measure, okay, I like to be about fingertip width away. And that is going to give me a pretty good and solid distance for me to be able to get my kick on. As we get better, you want to start taking that distance away more and more. But a perfectly good beginner place to start is about fingertips just brushing the front of that bag. From here, what we're going to do is we're spinning over our back shoulder. So if you've got your right foot in front, you're going to be kicking with your left leg. So from here, I'm just going to take, boom, and I'm going to push. Now, one of the big things that I like to talk to my students about is that my hands will beat my eyes will beat my feet. Okay, and what that order of operations helps me with is my hands, not only do I want them to come around to make sure that I'm guarding against any attacks while I put my back to my opponent, okay, but that actually helps my rotation be just a little bit faster because of that momentum that my arms are going to help me generate. From there, I want my eyes to find my target. I want a spot. Okay. And then finally, my foot is going to go. So again, the big thing that I'm looking for is a nice rotation and then a push. Now, the big thing that I want to look for your feet is I don't want to see you picking up like you're walking over a hurdle, okay? I don't want you to think that like there's an obstacle right here that you have to step over in order to make this kick look good. Really what you want to do is you want to think about an airplane taking off. So when I move from here to here, see how my foot kind of drags? Boom, I'm going to do the same thing there. I'm going to let my foot drag and my hip will naturally begin to pick it up. So when I'm here, push, one more time, I drag, there's my hands, there's my eyes, there's my foot. One more just for good measure, pop, okay? So I love this kick because number one, if you're like me and you don't have a whole lot of stretch or a whole lot of kicking talent, this kick does not need to be very high to be effective. In fact, where I'm aiming is just above the belt. I want to use this kick to cut people in half. All right. So that way I don't need to kick very high. And in case you're wondering, spinning kicks in competition are worth more points. I'm just saying. Okay. So when you guys like just a D side, okay, is all good, but a spinning back kick is going to really, really, really elevate your scoring possibilities, okay? In most tournaments, those spinning kicks are worth 2, and then if you add a little jump to it, boom, a jump spinning kick, even to the body, sometimes is worth 3 at particular competitions. Now, our next one is our spinning hook kick, and it's the same mechanics, except this is a headshot. This is a full-on, like I'm looking at somebody, okay, right here. I'm going to go ahead and take my foot around, pop, and I'm just going to try and go right over the top of that bag. Now, the great thing about one of these bags right here that have adjustable height is you can pop it down or you can pop it up depending on how you feel that day. I like to put my bag just underneath my chin. So that way, if I'm kicking over the bag, I'm still practicing a headshot. And again, it's the same mechanics. My hands beat my eyes beat my feet. So when I'm here and I spin, pop, right over the top. Now, when you're doing a good hook kick, you're trying to think about dragging through your target. So if I'm doing this on the bag, I'm thinking about trying to like strike a match across this bag, boom, like so. And you want to hear that. You want to hear that nice drag if you're hitting the bag. Obviously, if you're going over the bag, you want to try and get over from the top end to the back end. You want to make a nice little arc over the bag, or if you're really good, it makes a nice straight line. And if you catch the end of the bag, nobody's going to care. Okay, it's actually, I like it a little bit better for the resistance to catch the bag, because when you hit that partner or that opponent, okay, oh man, that's really going to help you kind of push through and make sure that you don't fall all over yourself when you're doing the kick. So again, right here, I spin, my hands beat my eyes beat my feet, and I'm just going to pop right over the top of that bag. That is our spinning hook kick. Then we move into our flying front kick. This is where we start getting into those jumping kicks. We've already been introduced to the flying side kick at this point in our training. But from right here, what I want to see, you're going to start with your kicking leg in front. Okay? This is really important. The leg that is in front is the kicker. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to feint with my rear leg, just like so. I'm just going to pick it up. That's going to help my momentum. And then I'm just going to go ahead and jump and kick with the same leg. So when I'm here, hop, hop, just like that. Just nice and easy. There's nothing overly complicated about this kick. What I like about this kick, and the reason why we wait for our intermediate ranks, is it's a jumping kick. It's going to wear you out. So I'm hoping that by the time you're a blue belt, you've got a little bit of cardio, a little bit of endurance. You can handle doing this kick for multiple reps over the course of class. And so again, kicking leg is in front, rear knee feints. I'm just going to pop up, boom, and kick. I'm going to go ahead and switch. Make sure you always work both sides. Rear knee and kick. Now, big mistake that a lot of people make is they try to elevate, okay? A flying front kick is not about height. That is a jump front kick. That is a very specific distinction. A jump front kick is where I pop, boom, like so, whereas a flying front kick is to gain distance. I'm chasing that fighter that might be a little bit further away from me, or I'm just trying to get some distance covered while keeping something in front of me so that they aren't inclined to punch or want to counter. That kick is kind of keeping them honest. So when you're doing this kick, don't think up, think forward, boom, and try and move forward. Let the kick itself be the height, okay? So those are your three kicks. Your spinning back kick, make sure you elevate and take off versus step over. Your spinning hook kick, find a way to get all the way through your target. And then finally, your flying front kick, focus on forward movement versus vertical movement. All right, guys, until next time, train hard, fight fast, score first. Asai.